So I love Hagrid's story. In the books, he's a half giant born to a wizard dad and a giantess mum who left when he was little. So raised by his dad, he joined Hogwarts but got expelled in his third year of raising an acromantula Aragog. Framed for opening the Chamber of Secrets, Dumbledore saved him, letting him stay as groundskeeper. I think Hagrid's heart shines here. Loyal, kind, but a bit reckless, like when he trusts Harry with the secrets. His love for dangerous creatures like dragons makes him so unique, and you feel for him. A giant kid, misunderstood but always true to his friends. The HBO Harry Potter series coming in 2027 confirmed Nick Frost as Rubeus Hagrid, and you're all buzzing about it. So I'm here today to talk about this casting. I'm doing these for each of the releases we're getting for the images and photos, and I'm really excited for the new series, and I want to talk to you about it and introduce you to my vision. I'm here to chat about this casting like we're chilling at Hagrid's hut with some rock cakes. I'm covering 5 things you want to hear about. Staying true to the book, the great casting, new stories, HBO's epic vibe, and J.K. Rowling's role. And I'll give you a little bit of teasers into Hagrid's background as well as a bonus. I'll go over these real quick and then dive into the details to hear your thoughts and what you're hearing out there and what you're saying out there. What do you think as Nick Frost as Hagrid? Grab your broom, hit subscribe, and let's head to Hogwarts. So I'm really pumped about Nick Frost as Hagrid. HBO cast the Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz star as our favourite half-giant, taking over from Robbie Coltrane. Fans are split. One said, Nick Frost's comedic timing and talent make him perfect. Another worried about, Robbie Coltrane was so perfect, it's hard to imagine anyone else. You want the casting that feels like Hagrid, big, warm, a bit wild. On X, a post said, Frost and Harry actor Dominic McLaughlin was spotted filming in London looking authentic with a roughed up Hagrid costume. Fans love the muddy trousers and baggy shirt, but his beard's too neat for Hagrid's hairy half-giant vibe. On my theory, I think Nick Frost will nail Hagrid's vibe. He'll get the funny side in there, like when he spills the secrets in Philosopher's Stone. But you want the messy look like in the book description of him. Wild beard, giant size. From the picture leaks, HBO is using like animatronics and they're getting like a big head. They have the tallest policeman in the UK playing as a stand-in for Hagrid, and he wears like an animatronic suit with like some marks on the face which they can use for later manipulation. Even the tallest cop in the UK needed resizing to make him look ginormously half giant. I'm betting Frost will shine, and I think Harry will shine, giving Harry his happy birthday cake. But I think they'll rough up his look more. So from the first image released to what he's actually filming like, there's a difference. Will Frost capture Hagrid's heart, or will Robbie's shadow be too big? What's your take on the Frost vibe? Hagrid's got so much depth in the book and HBO needs to get that right. Fans said the movies turned down his flaws, like drinking too much. Someone said, I want this irresponsible side clear. You love his heart, but you want his struggles, like when he says, I'll never drink again in Philosopher's Stone. On X, fans say Frost is authentic. Frost's authentic set look fits, but his too groomed beard misses if he's staying true to the wild edge mentioned in the books. So my theory, I think HBO's season per book with like 8 episodes will have us more time to elaborate on Hagrid, and there's elements there that they could choose to play on and choose to include more. His flaws can be brought forward a little bit more. Dragon mess with Norbert, where he risks everything for a dangerous pet. Play on his drinking arc and maybe have him like from season 1 to season 5 slowly getting that out and discovering more about how hard it was for him to stay sober. And new scenes could even add his expulsion into it, like early on, to see what led to his expulsion. But the main thing is, will they keep him soft like in the movies, or will they lean into his messy side like the books. What's your best book moment for Hagrid? New stories, more creatures, more heart. Hagrid's love for creatures is huge, as you will see throughout the series, and all the fans want more of it, including me. Fans are saying Hagrid's creatures like blast-ended skewits need a bigger role. A lot of us want new stories to flesh out Hagrid, so show more about his bond with Harry. We want to see how much that bond evolves over time. A lot of people are praising Hagrid's set look, like on X and on Reddit, but they want to key into his more hairier side. One Reddit post even had a wild theory. What if Hagrid was secretly working for Voldemort? Crazy. Shows you love and complexity. So my theory, I think HBO will add new scenes. Maybe Hagrid training fans in season 1, or teaching the trio about hippogriffs before the famous Buckbeak scenes. And I think Frost's comedic chops could shine in a new story where Hagrid tries to tame a baby blast-ended skewit, only for it to backfire hilariously. I'm betting we'll see his giant heritage explode. Maybe a flashback to his dad raising him. Will HBO give Hagrid more creature chaos or focus of his loyalty to Harry? Which Hagrid story do you want to see? HBO's vibe and Hagrid look. I think Hagrid's look is getting everybody thrilled. We've had those released images. The first little movie clip was a bit blurry, but as photos started coming out, we had higher definition photographs, and it looks very interesting. He's got his muddy trousers, he's got the baggy shirt, but a lot of us saying his beard's too neat. He needs to be really like untamed kind of thing. And we want HBO's vibe to feel epic but authentic to the book. And the gritty charm that was there, we need that in there. I think they are maybe listening to this, because the first original photo versus what we're seeing now, there's a slight difference between what we're seeing. And one fan even said the muddy details are perfect, but Hagrid needs a wilder beard. Set photos show Frost is towering over Harry, Dominic McLaughlin, with fans saying things like it's authentic but needs more hair. So X and Reddit seem to be on the same page of what we want. You also want to see more props about the huts and the giant umbrella to make it feel real. My theory, I think the big budget at Leavesdown Studio will go into this. They'll probably have like a full set designed for Hagrid with giant props, cozy but rough, oversized giant sized tables, chairs and all that. Like you remember from the original Harry Potter, when he sits down on his table, it's like a big setup. Giant big bushy beard. We've got what we've got now. Maybe over time it can get worse and worse, probably, but we want the first one to be really good. I think Nick Frost has already got like a West Country accent that can really ground Hagrid, so it'll give a nice vibe there. Like when he comforts Harry in the Chamber of Secrets, that nice voice and the accent could do well there. But will HBO's cinematic team polish this a bit too much, and we will lose his rugged charm? What's your dream look for Hagrid? Let me know. So we do know that J.K. Rowling had her specific Hagrid in mind. So Robbie Coltrane is who should be Hagrid, but with life things change, life goes and adapts. We lose people during these times and it can be difficult to replace them. But based on what we're seeing on X and Twitter, it's sparking a lot of debate. Like the fan said, Robbie Coltrane was Rowling's only choice for Hagrid. So Frost is a big deal. But I think we need to sometimes find people that can do justice to the role. We'll see how well he plays it. But so far, the energy and the vibe seems to be they're trying their best to get it right. And a lot of controversial X reviews spark debate. Some of you loved Rowling's input, others worry it's limiting creativity. Like one fan on X said, Frost's talent matters most, not the backlash. So we want Hagrid loneliness, the giant vibe explored. We want to touch on his loyalty with Dumbledore. There's a lot there we can play on, and I think based on J.K. Rowling being like, obviously she would have had a say in the final casting decision. And it's interesting to see they cast a character that's going to do a decent role. Again, I'm treating this like a standalone. I'm not going to try and compare it to Harry Potter originally when I see it. And 2027, roll on. So what's my theory? I think Rowling's input ensures Hagrid keeps that book accurate heart. His loyalty to Dumbledore. But HBO might add a season like in 5, flashback of Hagrid meeting his giant kin. That'd be great, like having an episode where Hagrid meets his kin and the giants and how that all evolves. That'd be like a great play for HBO to do and give us a lot more about Hagrid's background. I think Frost could shine in emotional scenes, like when later films when he's gonna carry Harry, and that can be very interesting for him to play. Will Rowling's control keep Hagrid too rigid, or will HBO add new depth? What's your dream moment for Hagrid? Let me know. I just wanted to explore some of Hagrid's background to understand his story and give you an idea of a deeper dive into like his growing and how he got to where he is. So I love Hagrid's story. In the books, he's a half giant born to a wizard dad and a giantess mum who left when he was little. So raised by his dad, he joined Hogwarts but got expelled in his third year of raising an acromantula Aragog. Framed for opening the Chamber of Secrets, Dumbledore saved him, letting him stay as groundskeeper. I think Hagrid's heart shines here. Loyal, kind, but a bit reckless, like when he trusts Harry with the secrets. His love for dangerous creatures like dragons makes him so unique, and you feel for him. A giant kid, misunderstood but always true to. So that's my overview of Hagrid being cast. Nick Frost as Hagrid in the HBO's Harry Potter series has you all fired up. You want it to be book accurate? Choosing Nick Frost for Hagrid is a great cast. I'm so excited to keep chatting about these casts with you as the release in 2027 approaches. What's your favourite thing about Frost's Hagrid? Keep theorizing, and if you're not already following, I am doing a full episode by episode my vision for what should be in the new HBO Harry Potter series. You'll find the first episode, season 1 here. Have a binge of that. They're all ready for you, waiting to be seen.